All right, hello guys. Sunday, March 27th, 2022. Crude oil. Elliott wave. Oh man, so many potentials, and I don't have a setup. I don't have a good setup, the kind of setup that I like if I were to initiate any kind of position. I don't have a setup. So I'm being I'm being very cautious right here. So what does Elliott wave say? Well, just like last week, the idea is the idea is either this is a wave 3 or this is a wave 5. Which one is it? Well, the best way to find out is once it's already in your rearview mirror, then you know for sure. But it's kind of hard to make money in the rearview mirror. So it's what is going on here? Is this a wave 3 and this was a 4 and now we're getting a 5, or is it more like this? We already had the 3 4 and this was sort of the blow off top, if you will, and then now this is just an A wave. This is a B wave. This a lot of Elliott wave talk about this being a B wave, which you know, you know how that worked out. So, which one is it? I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, does anybody know? I don't think so. Not until later. Then you know for sure. You only know for sure once it's too late to trade it. Um, but let's look for clues. So, actually, let's not look for clues. Let's just look at what the parameters are. If this is an ABC wave, right? In other words, guys think this is a wave 4 already, and that now this is a wave 1 and a wave 2 of 5. Other guys think this is an A wave, this is a B, this is the B wave, and now we're just starting a C wave down. And then you have other guys yet still they're thinking we don't need a standard wave 2. This oh yeah, hang on, Ellington. Hold on. The other guys think, well, this is already wave 2, meaning this is impulse for wave 1 and this is wave 2 and that's it. It's good enough. You don't need any more. Any one of those three scenarios can be true. So, you know, I don't have an edge. So, what do I mean I don't have an edge? Well, I like to look at the John Carter squeeze method and the strat method for an edge. And I just don't have one. But I'll tell you what I do see for whatever it's worth. So, the daily strat chart, you had 6 days in a row of higher highs and higher lows with a bunch of twos in a row. 2, 2, 2. You had a 2-1-2 reversal down here, which I didn't buy, I didn't believe in. And also, I was off screen. I'm off screen a lot these days, so I'm not able to trade futures at the same level that I was for the last 3 or 4 months, which has been very good to me. Now I'm resorting to USO puts and calls, depending on what I see. But in any case, the daily chart has been 6 days in a row of nutty bullishness. And then on Friday, you finally get a pullback. You finally get a red candle. So in strat speak, this is called a 2-2 bearish reversal. It just means you had a bunch of twos and now, boom, you lost a 2. It went straight to a red 2. So they call that a reversal. And in and of itself, is that a trade signal? No. I like to use a combination of things. So it would be better if I had a squeeze setup. There's no squeeze setup anywhere on these longer time frames. So go down to the shorter time frame, and the only squeeze that is currently operable is this 15-minute squeeze, which is fairly inconsequential because, I mean, that thing could fire in either direction, really. That could fire in either direction and not necessarily resolve the larger question. So, that's a squeeze, great. What other clue is there? Okay, there's some mixed messages. That's what I see. So on the 4 hour, see how the histogram, it did peak out as price hit this first peak. And the histogram has been receding for several days, for the whole week, basically, last week. The histogram is receding. And even as crude popped back up and made this top, the histogram was still coming down. And then finally price gave into that and came down. And then now prices bounced on Friday, right? Thursday and Friday, it's kind of back up, looking like it wants to go back higher again. And this 4 hour is just coming down to flat on the histo. And there is actually one dot there indicating perhaps the beginning of a squeeze, but that's not a tradable signal. That's just something to look at. This could be a tradable signal for a scalp, but you'd really have to see what happens at the open. So this is not the kind of signal that is going to have me putting weight into the market. In fact, I just don't have any signals that would have me putting weight into this market. So what I did do, though, because of using Elliott wave and thinking, man, it's been so long since crude finally had a decent pullback, which is this one. This is the like first like standard-ish meaningful pullback. And then this, yes, this is impulsive, but it doesn't measure so well again. Anyway, it's in my mind that getting a pullback, at least something to the 382 would be more reasonable. Not saying that just because I say that doesn't mean anything. The market's going to do whatever it wants. But that's the trade I took. What trade did I take? On Thursday, I bought some USO puts. And then on Friday afternoon, before the close, I added to them up in here. So to give you an idea of the size of my position, the total size of my USO put position is 1/3 of 1% of my trade account. Just so you know what size, that's the level of conviction I have. 1/3 of 1%. If I miss this, because I'm going to be off screen tomorrow morning into the early afternoon. So if this thing goes up here and my puts get, hammered and I lose 50% or whatever, okay, I was wrong. Or if it goes up and by the time I get home, it's already coming back down, maybe I'll hang on to them. But the point is, I can't be on the screen. So foots, I can't trade foots. And I'm trading tiny size. Okay, so that's really it. That's all I got. It's not much. I don't really have an edge. Let's see what happens at the open. And just last thing, what I would love to see for me talking my book is the market opens and you get a little bit more chop. It doesn't do anything crazy at the open. You just get some chop, and then this 15-minute prints a couple more dots, and then it fires to the downside. That's ideally what I'd like to see. Then overnight it can meander and chop, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it ends up down somewhere in this region down here. That would be ideal. And then depending on what this structure looks like, that'll help me decide what to do next. And it's going to be really easy to decide what to do next if that is another shallow 2 and we break this 116.53 and it's just off to the races again. Then I'm in the camp of, well, okay, wrong, and I wasn't bullish enough again. I finally got bullish over there, but in this little run-up, I have not been bullish enough. And maybe that's going to happen again. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, good luck.